Geometry, Unit 1, Lesson 2. I can sketch and describe basic geometric terms, including coplanar and collinear. So let's go ahead and take a look at this word coplanar for a second. We're going to go ahead and look at the prefix first. Prefix is co. And co, think of words like co-pilots, co-captains. What do you know about that? Co-workers. Co means together. Co-pilots are pilots that fly a plane together. Co-captains are captain of a team together. Co-workers work together. So we're going to annotate above co with together. Now, planar sure looks like the word plane. So coplanar means together on a plane. A sketch might be, for example, let's go ahead and make ourselves a plane. How about points A, B, and C? They are coplanar because they're together on a plane. I could put more. Well, let's see what non-coplanar would look like. Same idea, but non means not. Co means together, planar means plane. So I'm annotating in my own words what this means. So not together on a plane. So let's sketch another plane. Not together on a plane, you could have A, you could have B and C, but why don't we add another one? Let's add D, but let's not put it on the plane. Why don't we put it down here below the plane? Points A, B, C, and D are not coplanar. Points A, B, and C are, but if I say points A, B, C, and D, they're not coplanar because at least one of them here, all it takes is one, is not on the plane together. Okay, let's come over here. Let's try collinear. The prefix co again means together. But what does linear mean? Well, if you look in there, you see the word line. Together on a line. So an example of collinear points might be A, B, C. Points A, B, and C are together on a line, meaning points A, B, and C are collinear. Let's try non-collinear. Means just what you think. Non, we know, means not. Co means together. And linear means line. So, not together on a line. What might that look like? Well, let's go ahead and sketch A, B, and C. You can see maybe while A and B are in a line together, A, B, and C are certainly not. All three of these are not on one line together. Non-collinear. Let's take this, see if we can apply it. So here's an example, taking a good look at it. Okay, we see our gray shaded plane. We have a line here that goes through the plane right here, goes around back, and comes out the other side. And then it looks like two segments that are contained in the plane. The plane is holding them. Looks like we have a point C and a point X that are not on the plane. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Let's see if we can answer some questions. The directions use proper notation to name each of the following. Okay, so if I look here, a line containing, I'm going to write holding, containers hold things, holding point B. Well, here's point B right here. So is there a line containing it? Sure, this line right here. What's the name of that? Well, using proper notation, I'm going to say line BC. Or maybe you said line CB. All right, let's try something else. We're going to try and name a plane containing points D and H. Well, point D is right here. Point H is right here. Is there a plane that contains both of them, that holds them? Yeah, it's the gray plane. So how am I going to name that gray plane? Well, there's a lot of different ways like we talked about. Notice there's no big cursive capital letter in the corner, so we can't use that idea. Instead, we have to use 3 points, but they can't be in a line. They have to make a little triangle. So they have to be non-collinear, not in a line. So I'm going to pick 3 points. I'm going to say plane HBD. There are a bunch of other ways, maybe plane DFY, all those things. Just don't include C and X because they're not in the plane. They're outside the plane over here. Okay, let's try number 3. And you can hit pause and try this on your own before listening to me do the answer. A point collinear with point B. All right, wait a minute. Co means together, linear means line, together on a line. So I want to know a point that is together on a line with point B. Here's point B. So a point that's on this line together with it. Point C. Okay. So let's try the next one. 2 points that are non-collinear with point H. Well, let's go find point H. Point H happens to be right here. And is there 2 points? Are there 2 points that are non-collinear, not together on a line with point H? Well, we can't say Y, because Y is on a line. But how about points F and point B? Point F, point B. Those are not collinear with point H, at least not on the line that's here. We could sketch a line in between them, couldn't we? But they're not on a line with H. 2 left. Let's name a segment that's coplanar with, this bar means segment HY. Here's segment HY. What is the name of another segment that's coplanar? Together on a plane. Well, looks like DF is on the same plane as HY, so I'm going to put segment DF. Lastly, let's name a point that's not contained in plane HDF. HDF, HDF, that's the shaded plane. So let's name a point that's not contained in that plane. You might say point X, maybe you might say point C, because they're not on that shaded plane. So the big thing today, coplanar or non-coplanar, and collinear and non-collinear. Make sure to use your proper notation at all times. Good luck.